Welcome to this video in which I'm going to show you how you can easily set up the Kotzilla platform to start debugging your Kotlin applications or SDK libraries. The first thing you need to do is to go to the Kotzilla.io website, then create an account, it's free, and log in into the platform. You will get redirected to the home page. You'll see on the top of the page, you have direct access to different resources, including the documentation. And then at the bottom, you can start the process of registering an application. You will see that this is a step-by-step process. So first thing to do is to give a name to your app. In my case, I'm going to be using the Now in Android application example using Coin, of course, that is publicly available. You need to also specify the application package and then select if your build is a debug or a production build. In my case, it's going to be a debug build. With that, we have registered the application. We can move to the next step, which is the configuration of the SDK to collect all the data. And that starts by, downloading the Kotzilla.json file. This is the file that has been automatically generated during the registration, and that contains the configuration that is needed. So just click on download. Then I'm going to be just moving that file in this directory, and we are done with that part of the configuration. So let's go to the next step. The next step is about configuring the two build.gradle files, the one that is located at project level and the one at app level, to specify the plugin and the version of the plugin that we are using. So I'm going to be doing that again. So here at the root level, I'm adding this line, the class path, going back to the next step. Those are the configuration needed at application side. So I'm adding one here, and then I'm adding also the dependency of the plugin just in the implementation section, and you are ready to go. Just after that, you can just do a Gradle sync, so we can import those files, and then we can move to the next last step of the configuration, which is actually the startup of the SDK itself. For doing that, just need this line, the Kotzilla SDK setup. This line needs to be added into your application class. In my example, this is the Now in Android application class, and I can add this line just after the onCreate method call. Also, you also need to specify another logger here, the analytics logger, to get additional analytics on your app. And that's what I'm going to be doing here, replacing the default logger by this one. And we are ready to go. So next step is to launch the application, start recording the first session, and see if everything was properly configured. Okay, so we see here that the Now in Android application is now launched. So we are actually creating a first user session. I'm going to interact a little bit with the application, so we can see that some data is collected, just like that, and then I'm going to stop. We're going to go back to the Kotzilla platform, the console. If we go back to the home, we see now that we have the Now in Android application that has been registered. If we look for the last session that has been created, we see the session that was just recorded. We see that was recorded through an emulator, and we can see that effectively, we're collecting data on our first user session. We have access to screen interactions. We have access to the different instances and objects that were created, and even information about the thread execution. So that was properly set up. Please don't hesitate to look to other videos or the documentation for additional information about how to look at the data that is collected, and also how the platform can help you to identify automatically issues. We're going to be covering that also in other videos. Thank you for watching.